Oh, thank you. Well, welcome everyone to the Essential Oils Basics class. And we are just so glad you're here with us. Our leadership team, Run 2020, is putting this class together for you. And if you have any questions whatsoever, please email one of us and we will help you with your premium starter kit. We will help you get started with oils. We will walk the journey with you. Just ask away. We're here for you. And when we started with our essential oil journey, my husband and I, we were deep into the healthcare system, very, very deep into the healthcare system. And then I realized there's a difference between healthcare and health care. So it was really, really eye-opening that we don't have to treat the symptoms. We can actually be proactive in our wellness. And we can actually have our body do the work for us. Our bodies were designed to heal themselves, and we just have to make the environment in our bodies conducive to healing. And that's all that oils do. They just make a wonderful environment. And of course, to help your bodies have a wonderful environment and to function the way it was designed to function, we really need to clear out all of the toxic chemicals in our entire house. Laundry room, kitchen, bathroom. Those are the three main ditch and switch you want to look at. And Young Living has you covered, from skincare and makeup to cleaners to oils to deodorant to toothpaste, you name it. Young Living has it for you. And you can ditch and switch, and your body is going to thank you, and it's going to react in a healthier way. So let's see. Whoop. I'm sorry.
That is me, and I believe that slide says, what are essential oils? Essential oils are just the liquids extracted from the plant. And while the concept of essential oils is incredibly simple, the essence that comes from the plant is actually very scientific. And we could actually spend a whole class talking about the science of essential oils. Probably actually a whole semester of a college class could be spent on the science of essential oils. But we're not going to get bogged down into that tonight. Really, what you need to know is that essential oils can work in our body like they do for the plants. Some of those same health things that they do for the plants, they can do for our body. So they help the plant stay healthy, and they can do the same for you. We can use them in aromatherapy, cleaning our house, personal care, and to support our body systems. But not all essential oils are created the same. We get this question a lot. Why Young Living? Seed to seal. No other essential oil company has seed to seal standards. And so that really means that you can visit the farms. Like, call up another essential oil company and ask them where their farms are located and what hours you can visit them. If somebody answers the phone, they're going to tell you they don't know, because that's something very special about Young Living. And we grow our oils all over the world. So wherever those plants grow the best, that's where we grow them. So we also have sustainable farming practices. We Young Living really takes pride in our environment, and all of their decisions take sustainability and uh, those into consideration. No pesticides, and that is so, so important. You don't want to be, as Julie was saying, ditching and switching. You don't want to switch to something full of pesticides. In a tiny bottle of concentrated oil, if you used a pesticide-laden plant, you could have a lot of pesticide in that oil bottle, and that would not be good for you. We use food grade distilleries, which will be important in just a minute. Um, it's important on how oils are distilled, and Young Living, like, they were the founders of distilling essential oils. Like, they know how to get the best quality oil out of their distilleries. And of course, rigorous testing. And the oil process is monitored every step of the way. And they don't sell oils that don't check off all of those boxes. All right, that's pretty simple. That's how you use essential oils, topically on the skin. But here's a couple of things you kind of need to know. Don't get them too close to your eyes. Lessons learned the hard way. If you do, I like to fold up a paper towel and put some carrier oil on that. Everybody has olive oil, so if nothing else, you have olive oil in your home. But some other carrier oils that are also options: coconut oil, grapeseed oil, sweet almond oil, and Young Living actually sells the carrier oil, a B6 oil. If you're using essential oils, you need to have some carrier oil accessible, because eventually you're going to get peppermint in your eye. It just happens. And if you're on the senior end of the spectrum or at the children's end of the spectrum, you're probably going to need to dilute that oil some more. And that means just using that carrier oil and mixing in your essential oil and your carrier oil. If for some reason your skin gets a little red when you use the oil, that's probably a sign you need to dilute. You can use a little bit of carrier oil, and that'll usually make that redness go right away. All right, so those are the important things about topical use. Aromatics, really simple. It's breathing in the oil, whether that's opening the bottle and just breathing in. So if you're driving down the road and your husband takes the curves a little too fast and you think you're going to throw up, just then, you might just open up that bottle of peppermint and breathe that in. That's an aromatic use. You want a fancy aromatic use, that's your diffuser. And we'll talk about the diffusers more in the class. But that's a great way. It's one of my favorite ways to use my essential oils. And then internally, if you don't want to use your oils internally, you don't have to. I've been using my oils internally for years, and that may mean putting them in a capsule. It may mean putting them in my tea, or it may mean cooking with them. And we'll give you a lot more examples of all of these as we go along. But I do want to remind you that our citrus oils should always be put into, like, if you're going to drink them, you would want to use glass containers or stainless steel containers, because the citrus oils do break down the plastic. So just keep that in mind. And then the other thing we need to talk about, and I did not grab a label, but we'll talk about these and you'll see them as we go through the class, is our white label oils, our vitality oils. Thank you, Christy. So those white label oils, you know, if it has a white label, it is safe for internal use. Young Living makes it super, super easy. But Our vitality oils often have a solid colored label. And then you know that those oils can be used aromatic and topically. Thank you. And as we go through each starter kit oil tonight, we will talk about those more. But when they've got both colored labels, you can use them interchangeably because it's the exact same oil. All right.
This is me. So, Digest. People look at me like I'm crazy when I use this one because I use it pretty much daily. It's great for your digestive system. I use it if I'm feeling a little bit too full or I have a little bit of an upset tummy. I just will put, because this is the crazy part, I will put a drop right under my tongue and I'll hold it there for about 30 seconds and then I will wash it down with some water. Some people like to put it in a capsule. Some people like to just rub it on their belly. You'll notice that the picture there shows it is a vitality oil, but it also does come in a regular bottle. So you can rub it around your navel, anything that you prefer. This is one of my favorite and most, I feel, underrated oils that we have in the kit because it doesn't smell good. I'm not gonna lie, but it does a phenomenal job at supporting your body. It is great. Lemon. Lemon is also one of my favorites. You'll notice it also has a white label and comes with a regular label. It's great for supporting your immune system, which we are all doing right now. I love to put a few drops in my water and drink it throughout the day, or I'll put it in my shot of Ningxia Red. I don't generally put it in a capsule, but some people do. It's great for your circulatory system. It's got full of antioxidants, and it also has cleansing properties, so you can help keep those organs nice and flushed. A little tidbit, it's also good for getting sticky stuff off of things. Labels off of bottles, goo off of things. It's great. It's great for cleaning as well. Peppermint. Do you see a theme here with supporting our guts and our immune system? So peppermint is also very good for your gut health. It's very refreshing, but it's also very strong. So I personally can't, if I'm drinking it, I won't put it in like a regular glass. I'll put it in a big pitcher and then I'll drink out of that pitcher all day long because just one drop will do. It's great to cook with. You'll see down there the brownies. They're the best brownies ever. You will never make them a different way. They're fantastic. But it's, again, also very good for your digestive system. And for me, it also is very awakening. So if I'm groggy in the morning, I will take some peppermint and I will breathe it in and it will totally wake me up. But as Marcia said, watch those fingers near the eyes. That's not fun. We've all been there, done that. So those are my three right now.
That brings us to thieves. And I just have to say, before we get to thieves, based off of what Christy was just sharing, is that my husband uses Digest, lemon, and peppermint together, the vitality oils in a capsule all the time. And he does 4 drops of each in the capsule because he needs the additional healthy digestive system support. He is cross-contamination sensitive to gluten. And so he just needs that extra support for his digestive system pretty much on a daily basis. And that is his go-to. So Thieves Vitality, though, raise your hand if you love Thieves. It is a wonderful oil, and I don't know, you may or may not know the story behind Thieves, but back in the 15th century, there were these perfumers and spice traders, and they were pretty smart because they created this concoction, they coated themselves with it, and then they went out and pillaged the bodies of the dead and dying during the time of the Black Plague, and they did not contract the illness. They amassed quite the treasure. Eventually, they were caught, and in lieu of a lesser sentence, they shared their recipe that they created. So Thieves has been developed based on research on the recipe that those thieves shared back in the day. So as you can imagine, Thieves is extremely helpful in supporting your immune system. It is wonderful as well for cleansing the digestive system, but I think Thieves is known for more than anything else for that immune system support. It's also great for gum health, so keep that in mind. This is Thieves Vitality, so we love to take that in a capsule. We love to put that into our tea. It's very soothing to your throat when you are drinking it in a tea with honey. And there's also the plain dark label bottle of Thieves Vitality, which tells you that you can diffuse this, which we do regularly. And that's something that we're doing often, particularly throughout the fall and winter months and the time that we're in, just because our immune systems benefit from that added support. A lot of people will also apply Thieves to the bottoms of their feet or the bottoms of their kids' feet in a roller bottle with some carrier oil in it. So those are some great ways that you can use Thieves Vitality and Thieves. Next is Raven. Now you're going to see a theme with these 3 oils that we're going through, because Raven is an oil that is marvelous for upper respiratory system support. And it is that cooling, comforting feeling and promotes that deeper breathing. It just kind of, you breathe it in and you go, it just makes breathing easy. So we love to use it in our diffuser. I actually use it pretty much every night in my bedtime blend. I'm someone who needs the additional upper respiratory system support in my life. And so I really love, I love how refreshing Raven is, but it doesn't keep me awake at night. So it can be added to some coconut oil and used as a nice chest rub as well. And put it on your chest. You can put it on your back over the area where your lungs are, and even under your armpits where there are lymph nodes that connect to your lungs there as well. Frankincense. Now, frankincense is absolutely a powerhouse oil. It does come in a Vitality version as well. So you know that with the Vitality, you can take that internally and make that part of your immune system support. And not only is it fantastic for immune system support, it is very calming and grounding and balancing. A lot of people like to use it during their time of devotions or meditation. It does help with healthy brain support and mental accuracy and focus. So that's why it's something that's really nice to be able to use during your devotion times as well. Phenomenal for your skin too. So great to diffuse, great to apply. The Vitality can be taken internally as well. So we are done with those 3 oils. And back to Miss Jubilee.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Valor. Valor is such an incredible oil. And this blend, not called the Valor blend, but this blend of oils has been around since back in the Roman Empire. The Roman soldiers would actually douse themselves with this blend before going into battle. So I used to see a Roman soldier all, dressed and ready for battle and really confident, until my friend posted this picture to the left of the screen. And I looked at it really carefully. I went, oh my goodness, that's her husband flying upside down in a speeding bullet, taking a picture of Valor. He said, oh my goodness. I was floored here. Now, he is not in the military anymore. He is flying for civilian company, but please feel free to use this picture all over your social media, but make sure you keep her little description down there, who she is. That's all she asked, because he did have to make a few passes to get this picture. But it really does promote feelings of courage and confidence. As a matter of fact, he uses this every day when he goes flying, and I would too. It encourages a positive attitude. If your child, or if you have to get up in front of class or have a presentation, put a little Valor right on your wrist or right behind your ears here before you, 10 minutes before you're going on. Humongous difference. It's also great for spine support. It does have the same megahertz as our spine frequency, so it complements our spine health tremendously. And it's also the very first oil in the Great Day Protocol. Look that up on Google, or Goigle, like we like to say. First, Great Day Protocol, Young Living, and it is amazing. Start your day every day with this particular protocol. Huge difference. Use it for 2 weeks and get back to us on it. It's amazing. Now, stress away. Oh, and I meant to say Valor also is aromatic and topical only. And the next one is Stress Away. This is my favorite oil. I use it every single day. I have a little roller ball on it. Yep. I have a little roller ball on it, which also comes in the kit. And I roll it behind my ears every single morning. It lowers my cortisol levels. It's so wonderful. And it just makes me calm and just balanced and relaxed. It's just a wonderful, wonderful oil. And it's beautiful as a perfume. Please, please, please do not use store-bought perfumes. They are horribly synthetic, I guess you can say. Very synthetic. Perfumeries have lots of issues with their employees. So needless to say, just use all natural blends for your perfume. And peace and calming. There's a great little cartoon out there with this little kid screaming. He's like, where's my peace and calming? And it's so true. I had a friend over with a little 2-year-old, and he just had it. He was done. He was like, I want to go home, blah, 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 blah. I put a little peace and calming on his wrist, and he sat down and chilled out. And the mother said, give me a gallon of this stuff. I want a gallon. So it creates a very peaceful environment. It's a great oil blend to diffuse about 30 minutes before bedtime. It's really, really wonderful. You can also put it in a little spray bottle and just kind of spritz your children's room. Also, some parents put a little label called monster killing oil or something, and when the kids are afraid that something's under their bed, they'll take that and they'll spray all underneath there. Little do the kids know that they'll be asleep in no time. They won't have to worry about any monsters under the bed. So just a little bit there.
And I mean, if there's one oil we could have a whole class around, it's lavender. There are so many uses for lavender, but probably it helps you if you just think of S. Sleep, stress, skin, lots of S words around lavender. It is most people's favorite bedtime oil, whether it's by itself or blended in with many of the other oils that we've talked about. It pairs beautifully with the oils that Julie just discussed. So perfect to diffuse. It also comes in a white label bottle, so you can use it internally. It pairs beautifully with the lemon and the peppermint that Christy had earlier. As we're going into fall and those seasons changing, it works greatly in a capsule or in the diffuser with those oils. But probably the biggest thing for me is that everybody needs to have lavender on hand, because when the skin gets a little too warm, whether that's from cooking or out in the sun, you're going to need some lavender. And I like to mix it with aloe when that happens for me. So we could, again, go on and on about lavender, but I'll move on to my next oil, which is Citrus Fresh. Now, you're going to see that with a white label vitality oil there. So that means it's wonderful for all things cooking. A lot of people like it in their water as well. But probably for me, I actually use the other forms of Citrus Fresh more. I think it's amazing to diffuse. I think it pairs so nicely with so many oils in our starter kit. I like it with Thieves. I like it kicked up with lemon and peppermint and Stress Away. Not all together in the same blend. But if you're looking for some combos to add to your diffuser, you cannot go wrong with Citrus Fresh. It absolutely smells amazing. And because we're all masked everywhere, if you're looking for a really nice blend, because this is all of our citrus oils plus the spearmint, you see them listed there, this would make an amazing mask spray. So if for some reason you're out and you've got your Citrus Fresh with you and you haven't made a mask spray, just put a drop on your mask. It will be very, very refreshing. All right, Hanaway. You know, this oil makes our kit such a great value. It's one of the things that I think is so amazing about our kit is that Young Living didn't just put inexpensive oils in the kit. They gave you some high value oils like frankincense and Panaway and several other ones as well. So Panaway is good for all your pan. So when you've got something that's a little too panny, you want to put some Panaway on it and it'll make your pan go away. So today I was painting and I cannot lift my shoulder over my head. It made putting a shirt on for tonight a little difficult, but I did it for y'all. You're welcome. But because I got some pan in my shoulder, I'm going to put some Panaway on my shoulder. Don't drink it. Do not use this oil internally. It is not for that. You will not find a white label of Panaway. And I guess you could put it in your diffuser because it smells okay, but I'm not wasting it in my diffuser. I'm saving it for when I got pan issues and it's going on me. If I got a large pan issue, I'm going to mix it with some carrier oil and I'm going to cover that whole area with my Panaway and my carrier oil. You're welcome. And if you want to take it somewhere, take it with you to the gym. Well, eventually, when the gyms reopen.
I don't know.
Christy, we need you to unmute, please.
I was having issues. Sorry about that.
No, well, and I couldn't get mine to work either, so we're good now.
Ningxia Red. Ningxia Red is probably my favorite supplement, and I'm super excited that it comes in the starter kit as a sample for you. I tell people when they get a kit, put those two in the refrigerator first thing. Everything else can come later. I drink Ningxia Red every single day. I do the full shot of 2 ounces. In the morning, there are several drinks that I will make depending on how I'm feeling for the day. So if I need an energy boost, I will mix it with our energy drink, Ningxia Zing. There's also something called the pink drink where you put 2 ounces in with some water and some sulfurzyme and you drink that throughout the day. And it just helps with sustainable energy. It is a whole body supplement and it helps normalize your cells. There's a cool video out there where they take samples of blood and they show the cells, how they're all over the place prior to drinking Ningxia Red. And then they drink some Ningxia Red and they, like 15 minutes later, they take another blood sample and put it on the microscope and everything is stacked how it's supposed to be. So imagine what that is doing for your entire body if all your cells are actually functioning properly. It's great for eye health. It is just, it's my favorite drink ever. And I love the way it tastes. I love the way it tastes. And that's all it takes is a shot glass a day.
Awesome. We love Ningxia in this house too. So Thieves hand sanitizer and spray, guess what? You get both of those in the premium starter kit as well. And we haven't really talked about the starter kit yet. We are going to in just a moment, but we have to talk about these two things, particularly in today's day, right? So everybody's wanting Thieves, everyone's wanting hand sanitizer. Why not have hand sanitizer that's plant-based, that is not putting chemicals into your body, and that still kills 99.9% of germs and eliminates common harmful bacteria? Hello? No brainer. And it smells so good because y'all, it has Thieves in it. Now, when we do these webinars, you can't smell the oils that we're talking about, but think about Thieves smelling like Christmas. So you've got that cinnamon and that clove and just so much goodness in it. That's what your hand sanitizer smells like. And it's what your spray smells like. So I will use my hand sanitizer all the time. I have been using it for years. Anytime that I have put gas into my car, I'm using my Thieves immediately afterwards because gas pumps, yeah, not my thing. But then the spray, I always have that in my purse as well because I will spray all kinds of surfaces, whether it's the shopping carts or I go to the movie theater and I spray down the seats, or especially when I'm traveling, I'm absolutely spraying down the seats, or I'm in waiting rooms, I'm spraying down the seats. I go into an airplane, I'm spraying down the seat, and my seatmate is saying, oh, do mine too, please. And so you can use it everywhere. And it's safe to use around the entire family, including children and pets, which that's awesome. Absolutely love this. And I know lots and lots and lots of parents who are sending their kiddos to school and anywhere else they might be going with their own Thieves hand sanitizer. So it really gives a lot of confidence to parents to be able to send their kids with products that are not harmful for their kids to use. So the great thing is that Young Living makes it possible to get all of these things at wholesale pricing. Now, Young Living has well over 600 oils or products. Sorry, they have well over 600 products. So we need to be sure that we can focus in somewhere. We would be here for days if we were talking about 600 different products or however many oils within that. And so we hone in and we focus on the oils where most people begin, which is with the premium starter kit. And the reason why is because it does offer them that wholesale pricing, which means that anyone who has a premium starter kit gets 24% off of retail pricing of all Young Living products. You get the support of an amazing community as part of that, access to essential rewards, which I'll fill you in on in a minute. And if you'd like, you have the option to earn a monthly paycheck if that's something that would be interesting to you. So how do you do that? There are lots of different ways. So we now have so many different starter kit options. It used to be that the whole focus was on oils, and there was a Thieves kit and a Ningxia Red kit, but like everybody's all about the oils. People have really begun to realize just how phenomenal each of these options are. So maybe you want to get started with oils. And the great news is that there are multiple diffuser options if you would like to have a different diffuser, but the one that we're showing here is the Desert Mist because that's really our favorite one to get started with and the one that most people choose. You could also, if you didn't want to do the diffuser, you could opt for a Welcome Home Kit, which just has a selection of essential oils and a really nice wooden rack that you can store those in, and it still gives you that wholesale membership. You have the option to get Thieves products instead if you'd like, or Ningxia Red products, or CBD. You can get started with that. We just launched last week, super exciting because we have been waiting for this. we have our Little Oilers Premium Starter Kit, which means that our kiddos get to have their very own diffuser. Look at that cute little Feather the Owl diffuser. That's a diffuser, y'all. And it has amazing settings, and the kids can do it themselves, and super great. All of these oils in the Little Oilers Premium Starter Kit are already pre-diluted, so they are ready to go for our little ones and safe for them to use. Now, that doesn't give you enough options. Instead, there's also a basic kit option that will give you the wholesale membership. It's just kind of like paying for membership at someplace like Costco or Sam's. It's $35. And then from there, you choose the products that you want to add to that, and you create your own customized premium starter kit at that point. It's not technically a premium starter kit, it's the basic kit that has the Stress Away, the Ningxia Red packets, some Thieves Mints, Thieves hand sanitizer, a roller ball, and the wholesale membership. But then you add in the exact products that you'd like to get started with at the 24% off pricing. That's the wholesale pricing. So you have options. Super awesome. On top of that, you have the ability to take part in Essential Rewards. What is that? That is our monthly subscription box. Lots and lots of companies are doing this. The great thing with Young Living's Essential Rewards monthly subscription box is that you earn points back on every single purchase that you make. And so for the first 3 months, you get 10% points back. From months 3 through 24, you get 20% back. And then from month 25 on, you get 25% points back on every order you place. So because I'm not a math girl, let's just keep it round to 100. That means that now at this point, I've been on Essential Rewards since 2013. So I'm definitely at the 25% level, and I'm getting $25 back essentially on every $100 order I place. They come in the form of points, and then I can redeem those points for free products, which is fantastic. And Young Living values their Essential Rewards members, and so you get a free oil at 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year, and then yearly after that. You have access to some special Essential Rewards collections or bundles for Thieves and for Ningxia Red, and that's really the best pricing that you can get for Ningxia Red as well. So lots of great benefits, and you have the convenience of it coming straight to your door. The nice thing is you can change your order every month, so you are never stuck in a particular order that you have to place that exact same one every month. You can change it up for that month's needs. It just needs to be a 50 PV or more, so personal volume. It's essentially the subtotal for your order. And then if you decide that, hey, Essential Rewards is not working out for me, you can cancel at any time. I always recommend to cash in your points beforehand, but you just call Young Living and say, hey, you know what? I would like to unenroll in Essential Rewards, and they take care of that for you, easy peasy. So no contract, you're never stuck. There are truly only benefits to Essential Rewards. And so we find a lot of value in being an Essential Rewards member. So how do you get started? Well, you have a friend who invited you to watch this webinar or take part in it live with us tonight, and we want to direct you back to them because they care enough about you to say, these oils and Young Living products have made such a difference in my life. I know that they're going to do the same for you, and I want you to have these benefits. And so they will help you get started. You're going to go to youngliving.com and you're going to use their member number so that then they can continue to give you the support that you will need as you begin this Young Living journey, because there is a learning curve, and it's great to have a friend to walk with you in this and to learn alongside of you. I highly recommend you say yes to Essential Rewards. I always tell people, try it for 3 months, because when you get your premium starter kit, there are going to be other things that you're going to want to try. You're going to want the Thieves household cleaner. You're going to want supplements. You're going to want a number of our other products, including personal care and makeup and CBD. This is a wellness lifestyle. And so you want to stay consistent with this. You're going to use up your oils. You're going to want to replace them. So why wouldn't you want to earn points back on those regular orders that you're going to place anyway? It just makes sense. So then you'll go from there and work with them to finish out that process of getting your premium starter kit. Then I always like to share this. Young Living just shared this brand new manifesto this summer at our International Grand Convention. It shares our vision, our mission, and our values. And when you have a company that has a mission of enhancing and empowering lives around the world and creating a healthy home for each of us and a healthy world for all of us, taking the stewardship of the earth and its people to heart and really pouring back into the earth that's given us so much through these little plants that have ended up, or some of them are big plants, but these little bottles that have come from plants all around the world. If that's something that you would like to align with and grow a business in that same kind of mindset, we'd love to have a further conversation with you. And to me, a conversation, it's just a conversation. It's not a commitment. We will answer your questions. We'll share the information with you. And then you are equipped and empowered with the knowledge that you need to decide, is this for me or is it not? So if you'd like to learn more about the business side of Young Living, please reach out to the person who invited you to this webinar, and they will be able to have a further conversation with you. And so we want to thank you tonight. And I want to say thank you to Julie and to Marcia and to Christy. And I'm Andrea, by the way. I didn't introduce myself, but we do this together. Like, this is community for us. And we love getting to share these webinars on a regular basis. We have these each week. And we've been able to share a lot of education and had a lot of laughs and a lot of fun doing this together. And that's probably been one of the very sweetest things of being part of this community, is being able to make new friends. And we want to thank you for being a new friend to us tonight. And we look forward to getting to know you as you continue on in your Young Living journey. If you have any further questions, we would love to answer those for you. So please reach out. We're here for you. Have a great night, and thanks again.